Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show with a heavy heart. I'm Tony T here as we're ready to deliver picks here today from the college football, NBA, college basketball, and hockey card here for today. But before we get underway, we haven't heard the passing of Mitch on Thanksgiving. I was a friend of Mitch here since for a good 16 years. Not only was a good friend, loved him like a brother, and also was a business partner of ours. I have owner here of Tony'sPicks.com, and of course, my condolences to all the Pick Dogs family. To his wife Carrie and his family. Tragic. It was just a sad day here. We lost Mitch, but as our CFO said, we know Mitch would want us to continue to fight on. That's what we're going to do here. So again, rest in peace to my good friend Mitch. And Rod, how you doing today?
Yeah, with every heart, here we are, Tony. We can continue on. I met Mitch about 7 years ago, and he brought me on to Pick Dogs right at the very beginning, and here we are today, having to talk about our good friend. I'm going to miss him. He's definitely a friend, mentor, helped me along. He's the reason why I'm sitting here doing what I am, because he talked me into actually coming on here and doing this. It probably took him about a week of bugging me. He kept messaging me, come on, you could do it. I was so scared to come on and actually shoot a video, and finally I got up the nerve and come on, and here we are today. Man, I'm gonna. It just doesn't feel the same without him. So definitely with heavy heart, my condolences to Carrie, the family, the Pick Dogs family, and everybody suffering without Mitch. Definitely gonna be dearly missed, man. Never forgotten though. Always remembered. Always carry a piece of you with me here. Let's get it today, boys.
Let's do it. Let's get today. Hello, Ron. How's it going?
Yeah, definitely a instrumental person in the sports handicapping community. You know, I entered a couple contests, and he gave me some feedback on some videos how to better myself and better the picks. We'll definitely miss him. A staple in the handicapping community.
No doubt about that. It was a giant in this business. Really, really great person. Really giving, helpful. If you knew him, he was really, really had your back, and really, really a mentor to many folks here in the community. Gave a lot of breaks to a lot of people, helped them a lot, and built this great platform where Pick Dogs, and came over here and really set a great foundation here at Tony'sPicks.com. And we'll do the show and continue to work in honor of our good friend Mitch Wilson, who had passed away. All right, and of course, as Mitch would want us to do, he would want us to continue to fight on. Let's continue to get these picks. Let's continue to pick winners, and we do so in honor of Mitch. Let's get started here with this college football card for today. We'll start looking at this nooner games to begin. UTSA and Army. We see Army laying 6.5, total 53.5. Then we'll do South Carolina and Clemson, North Texas Temple, Tennessee Vandy, UConn and UMass are meeting here. Why, I don't know. But anyway, Duke and Wake Forest, Michigan and Ohio State, Illinois Northwestern, West Virginia, Texas Tech, Kansas and Baylor, Louisville, Kentucky, and Louisiana, UL Monroe. That's our nooners. We start with Rod.
Yeah, look at these nooners. Yeah, I don't know why that UConn UMass is tossed in there, but give me UConn to run right over UMass. I know UMass is playing some crap decent football, but UConn's the better team, offensively, defensively. UConn's going to be able to run the ball, control the clock right from the opening kickoff, and land 10. I'll lay 10. I think they win by 2 touchdowns there. Give me UConn in that one. And then I'm looking at Louisiana taking on ULM. And ULM, they're begging you into that one as a home dog at another one. There's another one, plus 10. Take the Raging Cajuns in that one. Same thing. They're going to run the ball, control the clock. And the Cajuns have been dominant. They had a little blip in their road a couple of weeks ago when they bounced back last week. And I think they continue that momentum right through ULM in that one. I'm going to lay the 10. I'm going to take over between Michigan and Ohio State. 41 now. That's it's come up a little bit. I think where that total was earlier in the week was better for the over, but I think you still get over that 41.5 there in that matchup. And then that's it for that time slot.
That's it for the nooners. Okay, we got the nooners. Move on over to Ron.
Yeah, South Carolina and Clemson, the Battle of South Carolina there. You know, I've always said it, take those SEC road dogs, and they've been winning at an incredible pace. We saw it again yesterday with Mississippi State covering against Ole Miss. So that makes it 21-3 against the spread. So we're going to follow that trend once again today with a couple games. So South Carolina is going to be the first one. Duke and Wake Forest. Duke's been really surprised. I don't like them as a favorite though. I kind of like them as a dog. So I'm gonna lean to Wake Forest as the home dog in that one. Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville got that smash spot last week, and I was all over them. But Kentucky does play well at home, and I'm going to look at Kentucky in that one. Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Traditionally this is a really tough game for Tennessee. Vandy does play them very tough, even when they're crappy. And guess what? They're not crappy this year. So definitely looking at I know Tennessee needs a win. They probably just get out of there with a 7-point win. But definitely take Vandy in that one. UConn, Massachusetts. Hey, we got a basketball game here. What those teams are matching up here, but I agree with Rod. UConn's just too strong there. Give me the Huskies in that one.
And they're from Ron. I'll tell you what I think here about these games here. I'm going to go in late here with Army UT. The Roadrunners have really struggled defensively. You look at their road games, getting 42 points a game, getting outscored by 20 in those contests. Black Knights have been really good in AAC action. They don't have some issues here, but I think they can bounce back here. A plus 10 turnover margin for this Army team. So I'll look at UTSA. They lost and failed to cover all 5 games on the road. I'll look at Army here, laying less than a touchdown right now. Yeah, I'm with Ron. I'll take South Carolina here plus the points in this one here against Clemson. Again, really looking at this Gamecocks team. They've been a really good road team, winning all 4 games with great passing percentages here. And you look here at Clemson in their last 3 games against FBS opponents held to 24 points or fewer, including a 12-point home loss to Louisville. So I'll look at South Carolina in this spot plus the points. And yeah, up with Vandy here at plus 11. Unless Tennessee's playing a non-conference game, they've struggled against conference opponents this year. So I'm going to look here at Vandy here plus the points. The Vols 4-7 of the spread in road SEC games. Vandy this year 6-1 of the spread against the SEC. So I'm all over Vandy in this game. Yeah, I'm with the Wake here plus the 4. Duke 0-2 to the spread as road favorite, 7 or fewer. Again, I don't want Duke on the road. They can't run. They can't pass. Accuracy is an issue for them on the road. And, Demon Deacons do their best work at home like most teams do in their passing game and point production. So I'll look at Wake here at the plus the price. Also here, I'm looking at Mountaineers in Texas. I'm looking at a rare under in these two here. Mountaineers have played a good defense on the road, stopping the run. And against these teams on the road here with a 600-700 win percentage, WVU is 5-1 in the under. I'm going to go under in that one. And what else? I had another one here in this time slot. Oh, yes, in the game between, let's see here, Louisville and Kentucky here. I'm sorry, no, the Baylor game. The Baylor game, I'm going to go under the total here at 61. Kansas defense has formed pretty good when you look at over their past 3 games, stopping the run. Of course, the Baylor defense is in good form as well over that past 3 games spot, allowing 26 points, just a 59% completion rate. So I'll go under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show as we continue on here with our college football rundown as we get ready here for the next series of games. And from this 50-game card on a Saturday, so we'll take it up till noon Eastern here, 3 Eastern. So the ones we'll cover here will be Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Coastal Carolina, Georgia State, Middle Tennessee State and FIU, South Florida Rice, Southern Miss Troy, Pitt, Boston College, Old Dominion, and Arkansas State is where we stop. Move on over to Ron.
And I'm looking at Pitt in the spot over Boston College. If you give me over field goal, I'll take the. It was at 5. Let's see, it's come down to 4 with Pitt. Pitt's offense can definitely keep up with Boston College. I like the over 50.5 there in that one too. I think we see some points from both teams, but I think Pitt keeps it close. Comes down to a field goal late, so grab the points in your pocket with Pitt in that one. And you know what? I'm going to go with South Florida here over Rice. Haven't been a fan of Rice all season long. In South Florida, they just had a slow start and started to play some pretty good football. 5.5. I think they win by a touchdown plus there in that one. And speaking of dogs, I'm going to take Eastern Michigan. That's their favorite spot. They love to be a dog. So it's plus 6.5 coming into Western Michigan. I think both Michigan teams can score plenty of points. Probably goes up and over that 55.5 as well. But Eastern Michigan can score enough and keep pace with Western Michigan. The directional Michigan game, take the dog there in that one.
They're from
covers the time slot for you.
All right, we got you there. All right, let's move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm looking the same at game there. Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan. There's no defense played in that game. But you're right, Rod. Eastern Michigan loves to cover as a dog. But I like the over there. I think that over's a little light. Let's get up and over. Of course, this is usually a Tuesday, Wednesday game. So are we really looking at this one this morning? Not too much. But yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the over in that one. Let's see what else we got. Southern Miss is really garbage, but Troy is not much better. I'd take the under in that one. I don't know who's going to score in that one. It's going to be interesting to see. But we're going to take the under 49 in Southern Miss and Troy. What else will we look at? Pitt and BC. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on there. You're telling me BC is now favored over a Pitt team that once was like high on everybody's radar. That doesn't make sense to me. Take Pitt plus the points in that one.
They're from Ron. I'll tell you what I like here. I'm with Ron here with Eastern Michigan here in the bowl game today. Bowl eligible game with 2, 5, and 6ers going head to head. Eastern Michigan, I'll take them here. 5-1 of the spread on the road against losing teams. So against the losing teams, they've had their way. So I'll take them here in this spot. Looking here at Western Michigan defensively here in their MAC games, give them 31 points a game, but man, they're getting torched through the air. Opposing teams, they're 8.7 yards per pass attempt, and Eagle strength is moving the football through the air in the conference here with 266 yards passing per game. EMU here with me plus the points there. I'm going to take Coastal, 1 win away from bowl eligibility. I'll take them plus the 1 here. Georgia State's failed to cover 5 of 6 in conference, so I'll take Coastal Carolina here plus the 1. And look here at FIU favored in a game. You got to be kidding me. I know it's a 9. No way. I mean, Middle Tennessee State at least has an experienced quarterback. I've been saying his name for 4 years, and I've always had trouble pronouncing it. Nicholas Battagliato. He's been there for ages. In this last game, put up a respectable game here, throwing for 217 yards in the game. But I'll look here. I'll look at middle here in that spot. In that game here, and let's see what else I have in this time slot. I don't want to jump ahead here. I'm going to look at Arkansas State plus the 4 against Old Dominion. Now the Monarchs 0-8 to the spread when favored, so one of the worst favorites in college football here. Red Wolves 2-0 to the spread at home against a team with a 250 to 400 win percentage. So against the bad teams, the Red Wolves have their way. So I'll take Arkansas State here plus the points. All right, let's continue on here on the Tony Picks Morning Show with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. So when we're live with us here on the show. All right, so we move on here to the next series of games here. 50-game card here for Saturday's action. And let's see what we got here for you here in this for the next time slot. What we'll be covering here. Let's see. Looks like we got a lot of 330s. All right, so we're just gonna do the
big ones.
We're just gonna do the 330s here, guys. Lots of them. NC State, North Carolina, Central Michigan, Northern Illinois, Miami and Syracuse, UAB, Charlotte, Rutgers, Michigan State, Arizona State, Arizona, Fresno State, UCLA, FAU, Tulsa, Cal, SMU, Arkansas, Missouri, Auburn and Alabama, Maryland and Penn State, and we close it out here with Notre Dame and USC in this monster 330 slot. Over to Rod.
And this big giant slot. I'm going to start with Missouri. Laying the 3. I think Arkansas on the road is not where I want to be putting my money at 3. This Missouri defense can do plenty enough here to slow down Arkansas and the Razorbacks and get themselves a win. I know Missouri has had an up and down season, but this is one of those games that they get up for and we'll be ready to play. Give me Missouri. They win by a touchdown plus there in that one. I also like give me Arizona here at home. Home dog. I know you look at that number and you see Arizona State 9-2 to the number this season. Arizona at home 2-9 against that spread, but at 8, I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. There, the Battle of Arizona. Give me Arizona plus the 8 in that one. I like Penn State to blow out Maryland. Tough spot for Maryland to come in and try to keep up scoring with Penn State. think this is one of those games that we see Penn State get well into the 40s and Maryland's struggling to get into the 20s. So give me Penn State big in that contest there. And then, you know what, Rutgers, I know on the road, they usually play their best at home. But I think this is one of those weeks that they steal a road win, or the rare road win for Rutgers coming into Michigan State. Both defenses solid enough. I think Rutgers can muster enough offense there against Michigan State to get the win. I'm going to take Rutgers on the money line to outright Michigan State in that one. And then one more on the side line. I'm looking at Cal heading into SMU. Cal's just been money covering spreads. At 13, I know SMU's offense is pretty good, but I think Cal can slow them up enough to get the cover. SMU wins by 7, not by 13. We get the cover. Take Cal on that one. And only one way to go today to honor somebody. I have to take Miami and the Hurricanes to beat up on Syracuse. I think they get themselves a win, and they win by 14 plus today. And get us a big win there. Late the Miami Hurricanes. I'm making a big bet on that one today.
There from Ron. Move on over to Ron. Ron.
Ron.
Ron.
I was wondering if Rod was going to meet me on any of these games. It looked like we were opposite on everything, but no, I love Miami and Syracuse. Love Syracuse here. Yeah, we got McCord. You know, that's a quarterback that can drive you down the field and get that late backdoor cover. I don't think Miami loses, but we'll see what happens in that one. Also going to go with Notre Dame and USC. I'm looking at USC. We love the hook there, 7.5. I think that's a 3 or 4 point game there. And I got to go with my Auburn Tigers. They once again you have a road SEC team as an underdog that can run the ball and stop the run, and that's important. And we're going to look at Auburn plus the 11 in that one. And I agree with Rod once again with Cal. Cal, man, I tell you, they got some frequent flyer miles this year. They've gone everywhere across the country. And in consecutive weeks, back in September, they went to Auburn, went home, came back out, and went to Florida State. And they just cover on the road. So I'm going to look at Cal in that one.
Yeah, from Ron, saying what I like in these games. I'm going to go ahead and take North Carolina. Oh, their poor head coach, look what happened to him, right? But still, I'm going to look him in this spot. NC State on the road. Their road form has just been very poor this year, going 41 points a game. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. I'll look for North Carolina here to cover in that game today against NC State. Boy, this Northern Illinois team, man, they have just fallen flat. They have to beat Notre Dame. It's been you got to wonder, it's got to be a disappointing year. Even though 6-5, they're going to make, 6-5, you're not guaranteed the bowl game at 6 wins because if they snub somebody, it's always the MAC conference, it's always the Conference USA, sometimes the Sun Belt. We've seen the Mountain West get snubbed with a 6-6 team, but still, I'm going to take Central here, and NIU's failed to cover 3 or 4 at home. 2-11 to the spread as the home favorite. Playing down to the competition is this NIU team, or playing up to them as we saw in that Notre Dame game. I'll take Central Michigan plus the points there. Yeah, I'm with Ron here. I'll take the points here with Syracuse, that quarterback here. Again, that can make things happen. We look at the Orange here over their past 3 games. They're averaging almost 400 yards passing per game, 8.4 yards per pass attempt. Miami on the road, giving up 7.3 yards per pass attempt. We've seen teams throw on them. Remember that Cal game? Again, you don't need a win from Miami. That's a lot of points in this game. Hurricanes 4-7. The Hurricanes 4-7 to the spread on the road against the conference. So I'll look at them in this spot. I've liked this UAB team of late here. That backup quarterback, Kitna, is starting to settle in. He struggled early. Zeno looks to be the quarterback for Milford there, but I'll take UAB here. 49ers 1-4 the spread at home this year. I think they just, let's see here. UAB coming off a win against Rice. That was impressive, 40-14 victory there. And looking at Charlotte, I'm just not a fan of their form here over their past 3 games, giving 40 points a game, 6.3 yards per rush. Their defense has been atrocious. Kitten is improving. Take the UAB in that spot here. Also here in this monster slot here at this time period, give me Fresno State plus the points here against UCLA. UCLA, no shot for a bowl game. Fresno's they can throw the football a little bit here on the road. UCLA, when they're favored between 7.5 and 14 points here the past couple of seasons, 0-3 to the spread. And I'll look at Fresno in this spot. What else have I got here? Let's see, Cal and SMU. I'm going to take the points here with Cal. Golden Bears here, a plus 13 turnover margin, so they take care of the football. Cal's covered 3 of 4 on the road. And the defense has really come through here for this Cal team. It's carried them here this year, so I'll take the points in that spot. Auburn with Ron here. I'm going to take the points here with Auburn. they've been improving here. When they've been a big dog, they've covered the 3-1 of the spread here at this price. Alabama's pass defense just not elite. They're giving up 7.2 yards per pass attempt and over 4 yards to carry on the ground. Wow, and that's against the SEC. So give me Auburn in that spot. And let's see. I'm going to be on USC at home. That's the key. If the USC were on the road, they'd probably lose by 4 touchdowns in this game. But at home, they've been playing well, and they're running the football. They're getting good quarterback play, and the defense has played much better on their home stadium. Remember, Notre Dame's last one-possession game was a 7-point win to Louisville. You look at Notre Dame's schedule. They always play a tough schedule, but again, the ACC a little down this year. There's been some down ACC teams on their schedule. There's been a couple of service academies as well there, so I'll look at USC as well, plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks morning show as we get ready here for the next series of games. And let's see what we're going to go to. Looks like we're going to go to 4:30. We'll go to 7:30 Eastern time. We'll go from 4 Eastern to 7:30 Eastern. That will cover Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky, UTEP and New Mexico State, Kennesaw State, Louisiana Tech, TCU, Cincinnati, App State, Georgia Southern, Wyoming, Washington State. Here we go with the rivalry game, Florida State, Oklahoma and LSU, Purdue, Indiana, Texas A&M and Texas, Kansas State, Iowa State. We'll end it here. This block with Washington, Oregon. We get started here with Rock.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite slot here on the card, but looking at Florida State. Hey, the Gators aren't in the swamp, so when they're out of the swamp, they really want to be laying 16.5 with the Gators in that spot. I know Florida State hasn't had their greatest season, but this is one of those games that they'll get up for. They'll definitely put in 150% effort. I'll take the 16.5 there with Florida State. I think they can keep it with inside that number with Florida there. The other one I like. Give me Oklahoma plus the 6 there coming into LSU. I expect some points there as well. I'll take the over 48.5 or 48. It's come down, so 48 in that one. I just expect a closer game. We've seen what Oklahoma did with Auburn last week. We can do the same thing with LSU. LSU hasn't looked so good over the last few weeks. Maybe they've just given up. Maybe they get up for this game and try to get right, but I don't think so. I think Oklahoma comes in and just keeps it close, gets the cover. They might even outright them there in that one. And then the other big battle, I kind of like the over here, Texas A&M. 48.5 seems a little bit light. I know some teams, both these teams can play some solid defense, but I think we get some points there in that one. Get into the 50s. Give me the over Texas A&M.
Yeah, with Ron, we move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm looking at TCU and Cincinnati. I'm not figuring out how in the world TCU with no defense is going to lay points at Cincinnati. Give me the home dog with a better defense in that one. Florida State has been awful. I mean, awful. It's amazing how you can turn around that quickly to such an awful team. I mean, did you lose everything? I mean, you didn't lose everything. I agree with Rod. I think they get up for this game, but I really don't trust them. But I would lean to Florida State in that one. Yeah, road dogs in the SEC, Oklahoma. We got to keep riding that trend. Definitely taking Oklahoma plus the points at LSU. And are we rolling into the 6:30 games too?
We're rolling into the 6:30 Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, we're into 6:30 Eastern. Yes, we are. Texas, okay. Kansas, and Oregon. Yeah, we'll stop at Washington, Oregon. Yeah. Okay,
we'll stop at Washington, Oregon. Okay, go ahead.
All right. I'll let you know what I think about these games here. I'm going to look at WKU, Western Kentucky here at home. I know Jacksonville State's getting ready for their Conference USA title game next week, but I like WKU at home where they really throw the football effectively. 69% completion rate, 8.9 yards per pass attempt, and they defend at home. Jacksonville State on the road allowing 34 points and give a lot of passing yards, 8.5 yards per pass attempt. Western Kentucky for me in that spot. And UTEP on the road, I don't care. And against New Mexico, give me New Mexico State here laying the points. Aggies have been strong covering the spread at home against the conference. So look at New Mexico State in that spot. La Tech and Kennesaw go over the total in this one. Louisiana Tech, just a team that throws the football, very well in their home stadium. So I'll look for that over there. I look at Kennesaw State in their past 3 games. They're putting up 26 points a game, but their pass defense has been atrocious. So I look for points in that game. Also in that TCU game, I'm going to take the points here with Cincinnati. The Bearcats defense has been very strong at home this year, and TCU at -10 turnover advantage and very poor defensively against the conference on third down. They don't get off the field. Bearcats are 1 win away from bowl eligibility. They get in there. I look for them in this spot. What does Washington State do at home? They pound teams. So I'm going to lay it here with Washington State here against Wyoming. Washington State at home averaging 50 points a game, 5.8 yards per rush, 10 yards per pass attempt. And Wyoming on the road, their offense is just terrible on the road this year. Defensively, giving up 8.2 yards per pass attempt. I'll look for the Cougars to wipe out Washington State tonight. And we've got, let's see what else I have here. I'll take the points with Oklahoma here. Of course, they make some changes there to their offensive coaching, and they've rebounded really well here. I'll take them plus the points there against if I'm going too far here, let me make sure. Nope, we're in that slot right there. Okay, I'm looking for them in this spot is Oklahoma plus the points. And let's see here. So I'm going to take Iowa State here, laying the points here. Kansas State has really struggled on the road with their pass defense, giving up 71% completion rate, 8.5 yards per pass attempt. I'm not a big fan of Avery Johnson. A lot of hype, but really hasn't produced much, in my opinion. So I'll look for Iowa State here, and look at the Cyclones at home and really defending well. And they averaged 300 yards passing in their past 3 games. So the passing game is working right now for this Iowa State team. So I'll lay the short number here with the Cyclones. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show as we continue here with our college football rundown. So what we're going to do in this side, we'll close out college football. We'll go from 8 Eastern all the way to the late night game with Hawaii. So we've got Virginia Tech, Marshall and James Madison, Nevada and UNLV, Houston, BYU, Air Force, San Diego State, and we close out here with New Mexico and Hawaii. We start here with Rod.
And for me in this time slot, we're going to take 3 dogs here in this time slot. Give me Nevada plus the 17.5 points. I know UNLV will be all pumped and going, but sorry, Jorge. I think Nevada's going to be up for this game just as much as UNLV. And now that it's ticked up to 17.5, I got to take Nevada there in that one. I've seen UNLV jump out to big leads and then take their foot off the gas. And Nevada's definitely got a shot at getting the backdoor cover there in that one. And I'll take them. Give me Nevada plus the points. And then BYU, it's like your bubble getting popped. 12 points. I'm not laying 12 points with BYU. No, thank you. I'll take the Houston Cougars plus 12 points in that one. They can come into BYU and keep it close. They can keep it closer than that 12 there in that one. And then I don't trust Air Force on the road. I know San Diego State's not the greatest team. Take the under 43.5 on that one. That's a whole lot of points. Both teams going to play some defense, run the ball. But I'll take San Diego State plus the 4.5 there in that one. The 3 dogs I like in this spot.
Yeah, from Rod over to Rod.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Rod on that. Nevada, I think that's way too many points there. We're going to take the Nevada Wolfpack in that one. And see, I guess I missed the earlier one. I wanted to talk about Texas A&M. Definitely going to go with A&M. It's tough to win at Kyle Field, and I think obviously that A&M was looking ahead past Auburn last week, and now they got a reprieve. They got a chance to get into the SEC championship. We've already seen Georgia and Texas. We don't want to see that again anyway, right? So yeah, we're going to take Texas A&M in that one, and the bailout, Tony. We're going to take the Hawaii Rainbows. Give me Hawaii plus 3 late night out on the island.
Late night on the island there, says Ron. Yeah, I'll tell you what I think here about these games. I'm going to take Virginia here plus the points. Still question marks here on drones for Virginia Tech. But Virginia Tech they really struggled here down the stretch here. A lot losing streaks, 3 straight. The running game isn't working. They can barely complete half their passes. And Cavs have been a really good dog on the road here. 3-0 the spread on the road this season. Calandria is an experienced quarterback there under center for Virginia, and averaging 245 yards passing per game. Hokies quarterback situation is the concern here, so I'll look at the Virginia in that spot. I'm going to go ahead and lay it with James Madison because at home they just pound teams. Back home here, averaging 37 points a game, 5.5 yards per pass. They throw the football effectively. They defend here at home, holding teams to 8.5 points a game. So at home is where you want James Madison. And Thundering Herd not very good with run defense away from home and pass defense. So I'll take James Madison in that spot. Yeah, I'm gonna look over in that San Diego State Air Force game. The Air Force changed quarterbacks right after the Army game, and they have really improved their offense here over the past 3 games. 29 points, 311 yards rushing per game, and 10.2 yards per pass. It looks like Air Force is back now. Again, it's hard to find those quarterbacks in the service academy because they take such a beating. Hayes has really got the job done here for Air Force here, and we're moving the team down the field. So I'm going to look for the over. And one thing that bothers me about San Diego State is, man, their run defense has been horrible here of late. When you look at what they've done here over their past 3 games, get up 34 points a game, 6.6 yards per rush. What does Air Force do? They run the football, and they can make that occasional big play downfield in the pass. We're not expecting it. So I look for some points here to go over the total there. Yep, I'm with Ron. Give me Hawaii plus 3.5. I know New Mexico is 1 win away from bowl eligibility. What a great story, but it's not. Well, they can get there with a win and no cover, right? Because you can still get a 3-point win, right? That can still happen. 3-point win, because what's happened here, Hawaii is playing defense. That's the difference at home, giving up 18 points a game. They stopped the pass. Lobos a -6 turnover margin on the road, but the Lobos defense has just been bad away from home. 37 points a game, giving up over 5.7 yards per rush, 8 yards per pass attempt. Those defensive numbers keeps me away from laying the points here with New Mexico here. I'm going to be on Hawaii here plus the 3.5.
Look at that. That total scared me away. Why had 62 in that game? It was like, holy man, 62? I was like, something. Yeah, I'm out.
Well, I think it's because New Mexico's point totals have been high, but their defense has been bad, right?
That's bad, yeah. But it's like, is Hawaii going to score 60 on their own?
yeah, I know. The under there.
New Mexico got their shocker. They got their shocker last week. Let's get Hawaii.
Let's get Hawaii in here. No doubt about that. All right. Let's continue here on the Tony More shows. We move on over to the NBA 5-game card. Yeah, they expect a little more after 10. No, we got 5 games from the NBA, so we'll get them covered here for you guys. We'll start it off here with the Hawks and Hornets. We see the Hawks favored on the road 4.5, total 225.5. 76ers and Pistons here. We see the Pistons laying 1.5, 2, total of 215.5. Wizards at the Bucks. The Bucks 15.5, total 231. We start with Ron.
Yeah, and tough time spot here. Bucks laying 15, 15.5. I was trying to bait you into Washington. Holy man, that's a giant number there. I think I'd have to lead to Washington plus the 15.5, but Washington hasn't been doing anything. They've just fell off a cliff. They were covering stuff in the beginning, but we lead to Washington in the 15.5. There's a game I'm probably going to stay far away from. I'm going to take Atlanta here and lay the 4.5 in this one. Back-to-back spot here. And Charlotte, they did get the cover yesterday, but I think Atlanta's in this spot. They can easily win by 5+. I got them by 8+. So give me Atlanta over Charlotte in that one.
All right, there from Rob. Move on over to Ron.
Yeah, break out the Atlanta Hawks, right? 2 wins in a row against Cleveland. What is going on here? Who are the Atlanta Hawks? Who are they? Is Man in for Charlotte, Tony? Man and ball. And
there's a lot of questions. Let's take a look here what we got on the latest injuries here. It looks like there's a lot of questionables today. So there's been some upgrades to Ball and Man. Let me go ahead and refresh if there's any late news here. They may have just sent them out in the front end of the backpack. Here we got just Lundy Zeller out for Atlanta. We got Jeffries out, Bridges doubtful. The upgrades here, Ball, Man, Richards, Williams have been upgraded to questionable. So they're questionable here. The Philly game, Embiid, Lowry out. George Martin will be questionable. Clintman out here for Detroit. Cade Cunningham looks like he's going to play again. So that's good news for the Detroit Pistons. Wizards, Bay, Kuzma, Vukcevic out. Middleton out for Milwaukee. Beauchamp and Giannis are probable. So you're caught up there with the injuries.
Yeah, Rod, this is a horrible time slot. Jesus. Man and Ball play. I'm taking Charlotte. The Hawks run's got to stop right there. That's 2 huge wins in a row over the Cleveland Cavs. But we'll see. Philadelphia, Detroit. Does anybody really care? Because this thing is no, this is what do they say? The backwoods right there. Put that one on the burner. Not even going to look at that one. And the Bucks laying 15.5. I would normally say, because it's against the Wizards, but man, the Wizards just I maybe take the over in that one too. Let's go over 231 in that one.
There we go. From Ron, I'll tell you what I think about this slot here. Hawks and Hornets, Atlanta road favorites. No, thank you. No, thank you. 4-13 to the spread the last 2 seasons as a road favorite. Hornets 25-18 to the spread as a home dog. Again, these upgrades to man and ball are encouraging. It just looks to me they wanted to hold them out for that front end of the back-to-back. So that's I think the story there. So I'll take the points here with Charlotte. I'm going to take the Pistons, man. I'm sold. When Cunningham's in the lineup, they've got some defenders there that can guard the rim. And, boy, this Philadelphia team offensively just terrible on the road, averaging 104 points per game, shooting 43%, 31% from three. And the Pistons starting to shoot the ball well here over the past 5 games, 48% overall, 38% from three, and they're playing defense. I'll take the Pistons. I don't care about the back.
Cunningham's back in.
Right?
Cunningham's back in, then I like the Pistons. Yeah. If he's in, then I like the Pistons.
You got to look at the Pistons. Yeah.
Cunningham in, I like the Pistons. If he's out, I'm not touching the Pistons.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's in. That's the story there with Cunningham. He did come back yesterday in their win, and looks to me like he's going to come right back and play tonight. This Wizards game, I'm going to go under the total in this one, under with Milwaukee and Washington. I know Milwaukee takes a lot of flack. They don't cover spreads, but what they're doing good is defending. They're defending 9th in home defensive efficiency. When we take a look here at home, the Bucks are holding teams to just over 43% shooting. Got to give them credit for that. Wizards 4-1 to the under over their past 5 games with horrible shooting. I mean, boy, their shooting numbers in the last 5, 44% overall, 28% from three. Give me the under in this one. All right, let's continue on here with our NBA rundown as we break ready to close out this 5-game card from the NBA with the Warriors and the Suns. Suns 2.5, total 233. Mavericks and Jazz. Mavericks on the road 6.5, total 232.5. We go over with Rock.
Yeah, and I'll take the Utah Jazz. Dallas laying points on the road, not where I want to be putting my money there. I haven't been so good on the road this season at all. So give me the Jazz plus the 6.5 in that one. And that's a weird line with the Warriors and Suns. Give me the over in that one. I don't think a whole lot of defense is going to be played there. I think we see plenty of points to get up and over. Phoenix will run and gun and drag Golden State with them. So I think we see plenty of points get into the 240s. Give me the over 232.5 there in that one.
There from Ron. Move on over to Ron.
Yeah, Golden State, one of the best covering teams on the road. They have been last year, and they are this year. I'm going to take Golden State there. There's no way I'm laying points with the Phoenix Suns at home. That's just ridiculous. 2-8 at home, ATS. We're not doing that. I agree with Rod. I like Utah here. I guess Luka's still out, right, Tony?
Yeah, Luka's still. He's been actually in that game. He's posted as doubtful. So that's the word here with that wrist. Let's get the update here on the injuries here. Big Kuzma, Vukcevic out here. We talked about that Washington game already. We're looking here at we'll go the injuries here. Kuminga, Payne are probable for Warriors. Curry, Wiggins, questionable. Beal, Nurkic will be probable. Gillespie will be out for the Suns. In the Dallas game, we've got Clay and Exum out. Doncic doubtful. Clarkson, Filipowski out for Utah. So you're caught up on the injuries there.
Yeah, give me the Jazz.
There we go. Here from Ron, or I'll tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to look here at, let's see what we got here. I'll get my numbers up here. All right, in the Jazz game against the Utah Jazz and Dallas Mavericks, I'll be taking the points here with Utah. Since they've juggled their lineup, Utah has really improved their offensive production here, 10th in offensive efficiency. The defense is still suffering, though, but with their injuries here, I got to look at Utah plus the points in the spot. Offense is improving over their past 5 games, hitting 38% from three. They are defending the three-point shot better over this time period. And Dallas on the road, 19th in defensive efficiency, so not very good defensively here for this Dallas team on the road. Warriors and the Suns. I'm going to go under in this game. When the Suns face these high-scoring teams, they focus on defense. 13-6 in the under at home against teams that average 116 points per game or greater. The Suns not hitting well from the three-point shot this year, but they defend pretty well at home, 42%, 45% overall. And we know this Warriors team, they have defended really good on the road this year. Fourth in defensive efficiency on the road, holding teams to 43% shooting, 32% from three. But they've struggled as well hitting overall shooting as this Warriors team here of late in their past 3 games. It's been a struggle here for the Warriors shooting the basketball, but I'll look here at the under in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks morning show as we're ready to move over to college basketball. Big card, 60-plus game on a Saturday. So they continue to. I thought we were supposed to be light on Saturday, right, with these with college football, but I'm telling you, all these tournaments. I mean, they playing in Palm Springs for it seemed like the whole week, and these tournaments more and more, and it just continues. Well, I guess with this NIL, these sponsors, hey, they're giving money to players. Hey, I want to see them on the court, so let's get them on the court. All right,
college basketball is moving into that Saturday time slot slowly once again when we have 130 games on Saturday.
Yeah,
they're even moving north of the border and moving into my neck of the woods. They're playing in Lethbridge, Alberta today. Still, that tournament's going on. The Western Smash, I think it's called. Let's definitely some good hoops up north for us to watch.
Yeah, up north, no doubt about that. So we're starting to see it. So let's go with college basketball. We're doing this time of the year until we get into sometime in December. We'll do the box. But now we'll just ask the cappers. Give us what you got. So Rod, give us what you got in college hoops.
All right, man, so many games here to kickstart the day. It's where do I start? The first one I'm looking at here. I found a glitch on where I was looking at stuff. Sorry, because I'm looking at something and going, "What? How come that team can play? They can play 2 games in one day?" I won't say where I was looking, but they're definitely not playing them today. Anyways, I'm looking at Creighton here over Notre Dame. Notre Dame, hey, they've had a good run, played some pretty good hoops, but this Creighton team's definitely a different beast. I got Creighton winning by 10+, so I'll lay the 7.5 that I'm seeing there with Creighton. Now, what I'm looking at, look at this Wisconsin team. Hey, they get to play Chicago State. Their turn to play Chicago State, and they could definitely run over Chicago State in that one. No backdoor covers for Chicago State in that one. Wisconsin wins by 40. Play it with Wisconsin there. Moving down a little more. There's some bigger ones in the afternoon, later time slot here. I like Austin Peay getting 9 against Eastern Tennessee State. That's just too many points for Eastern Tennessee State to be covered. Austin Peay has definitely done well in the dog spot this season. I'll take the 9 there with Austin Peay. Another one I'm looking at some big spreads today in some of these games. Definitely watch out for that. I'm going to take Furman here, taking on Kansas. Furman plus 21 against Kansas. This Furman team definitely can hang with Kansas, keep it close. They're 5-0 ATS on the season. 21, that's just too many points there. Give me Furman plus the 21 in that one. Another one I'm looking at is Detroit Mercy. They've been keeping it close all season long as Detroit Mercy, and you're getting 7 with them again. Yeah, take the 7 with Detroit Mercy over Eastern Michigan. Close game in that one. And then one more later. The one in my neck of the woods. I like Kent State here. They're looking real good. I'll lay the 5.5. Kennesaw State, not the same team that we've seen over the last couple seasons with Kennesaw. I like Kent State there in that one big by at least 8+. So lay the 5.5 there in that one.
Yeah, from Ron, move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I agreed with a couple of Rods there. Creighton, I'm on Creighton as well. We'll take that one. I'm going to look at the Blue Hens of Delaware there. Give me them over Rider in the first one. I know the Sycamores lost Kareem Abdul, you know what his name is. But I think Indiana State takes care of business here against Iona. Yesterday, I had the Binghamton squad and just missed that cover. But I think against LIU, they get it back. So we're going to take Binghamton against LIU today. Wisconsin, I agree with Rod. I'm with you on that one. Some of the big ones, I'm going to go with Oregon. Give me Oregon points on that one against Alabama. I think Alabama kind of spent it the other night against the Cougars. And speaking of the Cougars, I love San Diego State. You know, and I tell you, if you get Sirius XM, you love listening to Ted Leitner. He's just so hilarious, Tony. I used to listen to him back in the day.
Him and Coleman on the Padres. Remember when they did the Padres?
Yeah, and Jerry Coleman. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Such a weird
line. Put a star on that,
game,
baby.
Such a weird line. Why is that line so big, though?
I know, right?
Why is it 12 and a half? Why is it 12 and a half? It's like, I couldn't get that.
I had San Diego State, against Gonzaga at Viejas because they hardly ever lose the cover there. And then Ikigu or whatever his name is dunks one there and makes it a 13-point game. So, no, I like San Diego State there. And, I'm going to take A&M also. Give me A&M minus the 4 in that one. What else do we have? UConn, Eastern Shore. Boy, UConn, what were they doing out on the island, man? Maybe they can figure out once they're out of there, they can win this one. Maybe they just roll Maryland Eastern Shore in that one. What else do we got? Oh, Elon and Navy. I'm going to take Navy plus the 4.5 in that one.
There we go from right off top. Remember Lee Hacksaw Hamilton? They're talking San Diego sports.
Yep.
He's got a
Jim Rome started on 690.
Lee
Sport 690.
Lee has a video podcast now, so you can catch his 3 or 4 days a week on YouTube. So he's back. Hacksaw Hamilton. I know he's popular. He's popular in Canada because he does a lot of spots in Canada, right? In the hockey.
Huge. Yeah. He pops up on. He's a regular on Winnipeg Sports Talk Radio that I tune in. Some of my buddies from Winnipeg, definitely. He's always on there. They love Hacksaw in Winnipeg. He's a celebrity. I don't think you can walk around the streets of Winnipeg without people recognizing Hacksaw. Definitely, shout out to Hacksaw.
Hacksaw, yeah, he's got a video podcast out there. So if you're a fan of San Diego sports, back in the old Sports Talk days, he's on a video podcast on YouTube. Look him up. Cal Riverside, I'm going to lay with Cal Riverside against Idaho. Idaho is one of the worst defensive teams in all college hoops. 346 in the nation into defensive efficiency this year are these vandals vandalizing college basketball with their bad defense. I'll take them in this spot. 60% shooting inside. This Riverside team is a very experienced team this year, bringing back a lot of guys. Just going on the road and beating Colorado State in overtime. So I'll take them here in this spot. They also beat Cal Baptist, their rival on the road. So I'll look for them in this spot here against Idaho, a team that's been really, really bad. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show as we continue on with the NHL. We got a big card tonight from the NHL, so we'll cover them. We'll start here with the afternoon affairs, and we'll work 2 games in this block. Canadians and Rangers. We've got the Rangers here favored $1.86, total 6.5. Hurricanes and Panthers. We've got the Panthers $1.08, total 6.5. We'll do the day games here to start it off with Rod.
All right, just seeing if any news. I'm just double checking the goalie. It looks like this Carolina team, they might be starting their AHL goalie or a prospect, Yanni Perret. He's looking like he is going to start. Yanni Perret's probably most likely going to start for Carolina. They're having goalie issues. Anderson, big issue. He'll probably be out for the season. I think that might be the last we see of Freddie Anderson in the crease in the NHL. But going up against Spencer Knight, so we've seen 9 goals yesterday. I expect we see a whole bunch more goals again today with Yanni Perret's going for Carolina most likely. And Spencer Knight, hey, he has picked up his play over the last couple, but he's definitely good for a few goals. So give me the over there in that one. And you know what? The Rangers just haven't been playing the greatest hockey over the last few, looking like they're not the world beaters that they kicked off the season with. But coming here against this Montreal team that they already whooped up 7-2. And in that game, when they whooped up the Canadians 7-2, it was Montembeault in goal for that one. Montembeault gets his second chance. I don't think it's going to help. He gave up 4 goals on 10 shots. The Rangers will be chomping at the bit, ready to get to him. And then even if you put in Primo in the backup spot, he came in to relieve Montembeault in that game, and he gave up 3. So even if he has to relieve Montembeault again, either way, Rangers get right. I like Quick in net. He doesn't get a whole lot of starts, but when he does, he makes them count. Give me the Rangers on the puck line in that one.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the puck line with the Rangers. Me and Rod both had them yesterday against Philly, and that didn't work out too well. But yeah, the Rangers, back home, I think, like you said, Jonathan Quick's in net for us, and I think that shouldn't be a problem. In the Carolina game, did you said a different game? I had Kochetkov. What'd you say you had, Rod?
I'm looking. Nothing confirmed, but Yaniv Peretz is the name that's popped up. He's been recalled. He's there with Carolina. It's just a matter whether he plays or not.
Well, like you said, it's a home and home.
Is injured, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the reason why that I know we had Spencer Martin.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble. They're having a lot of trouble in Carolina.
Issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a home and home. Yesterday we saw a 6-3 game. Probably see the same amount. I'll go with the over with Rod in this one.
All right, let's continue here on the Tony Sports Show as we continue with the hockey card. This block, just the 707s. Just the 707s here. Senators at the Kings. Kings $1.13, total 6. Maple Leafs and Lightning here. Lightning $1.39, total 6.5. Capitals, Devils. Devils at home $1.60, total 6. Flyers at Blues. We've got the Blues here $1.41, total 6. Flames and Penguins. Penguins $1.17, total 6. We stop there. The 707s. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, for me in the spot, you look at I like the Blues here to get the revenge. They lost to Philadelphia earlier this season. This is a revenge game, so give me the St. Louis Blues there in that one. I definitely enjoy the coaching change because they definitely played up their style of play and looked real good with the new coach hired there. And you know what? I'm not gonna. This Washington team, hey, they're just continuing to play great hockey on the road, even without Ovi. Just next man up. Logan Thompson, man, as I said, just playing lights out hockey. It'll be Charlie Lindgren for Washington here in this one, but still, I'm going to go with Washington in the plus price. They're playing their best on the road. Give me Washington there in that one, and then give me your Kings. I don't trust Ottawa on the road. Even in the back-to-back spot, I trust your Kings here. I don't trust this Ottawa Senators team on the road. And look at the price; it's telling you everything you need to know. They were trying to book you into Ottawa, saying, come on in. The Kings are on the back-to-back. Ottawa's rested. No. Give me the Kings there in that one. And it's the one I like. They're in that one.
There we go. We got you covered on the 707s. Okay, there from the 707s. Let's continue on. On this block, we're going to cover 737.
I got it, Tony. I got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Over to Ron. Sorry.
I do have skates.
Ron has
skates, and I have a third guest. That's right.
I'm with you on the Kings, man. Yeah, I don't trust the Senators on the road, and I don't trust the Leafs on the road. Give me the Lightning in that one. You know, the Lightning come in at 7-3 at home. Definitely going to take that, and the Leafs are 3-6 on the road. Capitals keep winning on the road, like Rod said. You know, we got Jersey coming off that win at Detroit, but I'm going to take Washington. They're 8-2 on the road, 16-7 overall this year, and I'm going to stay away from that Blues game. I don't like what's going on there. I think the Flyers probably covered the puck line, but it might be too rich for us. But yeah, give me the Flyers on a puck line.
Plus 210. It's a nice little parlay piece. They've covered 7 straight following a home win. Have the Flyers. So I like. You get both Blues on the money line and
we'll take them both. Let's get them both. Yep.
Let's get them both.
It's like Nebraska plus 3 and Iowa on the money line yesterday.
That's right. All right, we'll cover 2 in this. We'll cover 2 in this block. The 737 with Sabres Islanders. The 807 with Predators and Wild. Over to Rod.
Then looking at look at Nashville, still can't beat Tampa Bay. Probably causing them fits. And then now you have to come into Minnesota. Good luck. Minnesota's playing the better hockey. I'll take Minnesota there in that one. And look at Buffalo go. Hey, playing some pretty good hockey. I don't trust this Islanders team. You're giving me a plus price with the team that's playing the better hockey. Yeah, give me Buffalo there in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Nashville 2-9 on the road, 7-17 overall. I don't know what, maybe what do we say, Rod? There's too many pucks to go around in Nashville right now for all those players. So I don't know. Maybe they'll figure it out. But yeah, going into Minnesota, that's going to be a rough one. Yeah, give me the Wild in that one. And Buffalo and the Islanders, I'm going to go with the under in that one. Both teams pretty good defensively there. I don't see a great advantage as far as either team. I'm going to take the under. Probably a draw. Maybe a draw.
Regulation.
Maybe a draw. Yeah, maybe a draw.
Draw and reg.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on. We'll close out hockey with the 10:07s, 3 games in the late night slot here. Sharks and Kraken. We've got the Kraken. Boy, San Jose getting a lot of these big prices of late. 202 here for Seattle, total 6. Hockey Club in Vegas, Golden Knights here, $1.66, total 6.5. Orders at the Avalanche here. The Avs, $1.22, 6.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and you look at Edmonton taking on the Avs. Both teams on the back-to-back spot. Both teams saved their better goalie for this spot. The Oilers will start Skinner. It'll be a Noonan for Colorado in that one. So 6.5, 2 winning goals. I'll take the under Edmonton, Colorado. Everybody thinks that these two teams are going to pile in the goals, and it goes the opposite way. Take the under 6.5 there in that one. And then I'll just keep taking the Sharks. You look at the Sharks, you're going to give me that big giant plus price to give the Kraken. I'm not laying minus 220 with the Seattle team that's below 500. No chance there in that one, especially with a San Jose team that is 9-0 this season versus teams with a 4 power play scoring less than 14.5% on the power play, which means that power play is not working. So even if San Jose shoves you in the box, well, hey, he's still not going to have the advantage. Give me San Jose in that one. Too much plus price to pass up. And I'll take Vegas on the puck line. Utah having to play the Oilers, and then coming into this one, looks like it's going to have to be Jackson Stauber for Utah. Finally going to get his AHL debut for Utah. I think they've avoided this plenty of times this season, and I just don't see them putting Jamelka in there. I just don't. It's got to be Stauber, and Vegas is going to feast on Stauber. Vegas on the puck line in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Ron.
Yeah, you know what happens when the San Jose Sharks beat a team? That team wins the next night. So definitely going to take the Kraken to win this one and give me the puck line. Got Vanacek going for the Sharks, right, and Grubauer for Seattle.
Blackwood.
Mackenzie Blackwood. Okay, all right. Yeah.
No, it is Vanacek. Maybe Blackwood's in.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
It is Vanacek. Yep, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I would look at the Sharks on the puck line, but definitely if you want a parlay piece, but put Seattle in there to win the game. Yeah, we got the Knights at home, 9-2. They just keep winning. They cover the puck line at home as well on a good clip, about 64%. So we're going to take the Golden Knights there on the puck line. And then, yeah, we got a good one with Edmonton and Colorado. And, I would look at the Oilers here. They are 7-4 on the road, covering about a 64% clip. So give me the Oilers on the road in this one.
They're from Ron. We got you to the NHL coverage tonight. All the major sports are covered. So now it's time for our parlay peripheral. Then up to the cappers and give us a parlay, a game in the future, player team prop. We start with Ron.
And for me, we're going to go to college football. We're going to take Missouri, lay the 3 in that one. Take the points with Auburn heading into Alabama, and take Oklahoma plus the 6. Little 3-teamer for you there in college football today.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Ron.
Yeah, I am going to look at college football as well. We're going to take Army minus the 7. I think they blow out UTSA. I'm going to take Baylor at home on the money line. I think Kansas has worn out their welcome the last couple of weeks by some big wins that they've had. And I'm going to take the USC Trojans because I have the hook. Give me the hook.
Yeah, we're on the hook here
that's the only reason.
That's the only reason. And for me, the only reason was because they're at home. They're on the road. They'd lose by 3 or 4 touchdowns. That's how I look at this Trojan team. All right, I'm going to give you a 3-teamer here with Cincinnati plus the points. lay it with Washington State. It's already at the 18 now. So you got to hurry. And I'll take Oklahoma here at plus the points. All right, we got you through the parlay and peripheral segment here with you guys. So now it's time to see what the cappers have for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. Guys, this is a monster weekend here of NFL, of course, of college football, NBA, college hoops, a lot of sports overlapping. Don't forget the NHL. Let's take a look at what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod has been on an absolute tear here in college hoops, over 1,000 units of profit right now for Rod. Rod, what do you got over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, college sports have definitely treated me well. You can see college hoops been good. College football, we're up big units there as well. So, like I said, college sports, I absolutely love these college sports. So, today's action went a nice 7-2. They yesterday swept the college board 3-0 in college football. So, I got a nice 5-pack in college football today that I absolutely love to get it and go nice 5-0. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Hit the link in the description. Scoop up that 5-pack to get all those plays that I got going in college football. I've got my college basketball slam dunk, and I'll have a couple hockey plays. I'm just looking at it. I need some confirmation on some of these goalies in the NHL to make sure that those plays will be good. It's big, those goalies. So your best bet is to go long-term. Grab that 3-day, grab that 7-day, grab that month. Join me long-term. That way you get those late plays emailed right directly to you, and you don't miss out on anything that I've got going here at Tony'sPicks.com. As you can see, college sports been good to me. Let's continue that nice 7-2 day here into this one. Don't forget Tony T at checkout. Save 15% on all your purchases. Just hit the link in the description. Get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Come with Ron over at Tony's Picks. Let's see what Ron has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Ron's put together impressive college football here over the last 30 days, approaching 1,300 units of profit. What do you have for sale, Ron?
Yeah, we got 3-pack. It's our goal line stand in college football. You can get that. It also includes my best bet for college football. You can buy that one separately. We got definitely an NHL best bet, and I'm looking at NBA. Not feeling it too much, but we'll look at a couple college basketball games as well, and a big day tomorrow in NFL. And yeah, get you that weekend pack. That'll get you right through Sunday and the Monday night football. And we'll make some money, but make sure you, pair us up. Tony, myself, Rod, everybody's pretty much top of the leaderboards at Tony's Picks. So pair us up and get that 2-for-1 deal, and use that Tony T at checkout for your discount.
That's right, guys. Got both Ron over at Tony's Picks. Those long-term passes, great value right now, especially with all these sports overlapping. You guys like that 3-day pass here on that Saturday with all the football coverage here through Monday, as well as NBA, NHL, and more. Get on board with Ron over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. I'll tell you what I have for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. I've got best bet on the board. I've been doing really well this week with my best bet. Had another winner yesterday with the under in the Raiders and Chiefs there. And, of course, I had put a 3-0 yesterday here in all together with these two big dogs in college football coming in with Georgia Tech and in the Georgia Tech game in Mississippi State there. So I'll have
What an overtime, eh?
What an overtime game that was. Condolences to those guys.
I was having flashbacks from the Auburn game. I tell you.
Were we talking about how many twos would it take to get over? 2 points.
Remember who changed the overtime rule? Wasn't it that LSU Texas A&M game?
7 overtimes. Yeah, it went 7.
7 overtimes.
Yeah.
I think
Auburn and Alabama had an Iron Bowl a couple years ago that went 3 2-point conversions, and Alabama won by 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is right. So it's been really interesting there in college football. Craziness there last night, guys. So I have a 3-pack as well from the college football. 4 premium plays right now from college football. Guys, get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. I'm also having a great year in the NFL. So no better time now to get that 3-day pass, get you covered for the weekend for me at Tony's Picks, and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off your purchase. All right, we got you through here. Our promos, and let's see what the cappers have over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. We have a growing YouTube channel with lots of content, Rod. I know there's you put together college football, NFL, and more over on Tony's Picks YouTube channel this week.
Yeah, this week we got the college football show. If you haven't watched it, it's still archived. Go check that out. We shot that, covered a bunch of games. You definitely want to do not miss that. And then I've got you covered back with the hockey videos. Covered every hockey video going today. So definitely be on the lookout for those. I'll have you covered on the hockey the rest of the season. So be on the lookout for all those hockey. And then I'm trying to get into get some college basketball going as we start to get closer to these conference games and stuff down the line. So definitely be on the lookout for some college basketball closer to conference game actions. When things start, meaningful games start to kick off. These are just warm-up games for these tournaments and getting these college basketball teams revved up for we know what's coming. All them conference games, and that leads us right into March Madness. Can't wait. Love this time of season in sports.
All indeed. Robert, so we're on Tony's YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend.
Yeah, like Rod said, check out that video that Tony and I and Rod and Bo shot for the college football. It covers some of the major action for today. Also, our NFL rundown video is out there as well for tomorrow's action, and we covered pretty much all the games in that one. Definitely, we're looking forward to the bowl season. I think we'll have a show on the bowls and as they come around. So check that out. And I'm getting ready to jump in the NBA video realm because they have enough games on the slate now for NBA. So check all those out.
That's right. Now we'll probably have a college football championship Saturday show, right, Ron, for next week?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we got a lot rolling on here. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us so you guys get these plays. Remember, we're with you every day. Back again tomorrow live, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time here on the Tony Six Morning Show here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you guys make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We'll have that NFL rundown for you tomorrow, NBA, college hoops, NHL. So make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. By the way, if you miss any of our live shows, it's archived automatically on YouTube. Just go to our YouTube page at Tony's Picks, hit the live tab, and you can watch the replay if you happen to miss the show, or you want to watch it again because this video has a lot of shelf life here because we do it really early in the morning. So guys, make sure you check us out live or on demand on our live tab on the YouTube channel. All right, before we go, you guys have anything in closing before we go?
Yeah, once again, prayers to the Pick Dogs family and all of us at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that tunes into these videos because without you guys, it's just us here talking to ourselves. But we appreciate everybody. You and rest in peace, Mitch. Gonna miss you, buddy. Always, as I always say, never forgotten, always remembered. Always remember that guy.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Mitch. And of course, my condolences to his family, Carrie, and all the Pick Dogs family as well. That's going to do it for our show, guys. Thanks for joining us. Going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on the Tony Six Morning Show.